Every year, millions of weddings take place around the world. Families celebrate, friends gather, and couples begin a new chapter of their lives. But behind every beautiful ceremony lies an industry built on thousands of businesses working together. Most people remember the dress, the flowers, and the first dance. Very few stop to think about where the money actually goes once the wedding planning begins. A single wedding can involve dozens of independent businesses. Some are obvious. Others work quietly behind the scenes, earning money without ever appearing in the wedding photos. Let's begin with the first purchase many couples make long before invitations are printed or venues are booked: the engagement ring. When someone buys a diamond ring, the jeweler isn't the only one getting paid. Before that ring reaches the display case, it has already passed through miners, diamond cutters, designers, manufacturers, wholesalers, and shipping companies. For many jewelry stores, engagement rings are among their most important products. A single sale can generate far more revenue than several ordinary purchases made throughout the day. But the ring is only the beginning. Once the proposal is accepted, an entirely different industry starts moving into action. One of the first people many couples contact is a wedding planner. Their job isn't just organizing a celebration. They coordinate dozens of suppliers, schedules, contracts, and unexpected problems that most guests never notice. Experienced planners often spend months preparing a single event. While guests enjoy one unforgettable day, the planning behind it may have taken hundreds of hours. As the date gets closer, one decision begins to shape almost every part of the wedding budget: the venue. Its location, size, and services influence nearly every business that follows. For many weddings, the venue becomes the largest single expense. It provides the space where everything happens, but its business goes far beyond simply renting out a building. Some venues include tables, chairs, lighting, sound systems, and staff. Others charge separately for every additional service, allowing the final price to grow as more options are added. Owning a popular wedding venue means earning money even before the first guest arrives. Every booked weekend represents months of planning and a steady stream of income reserved long in advance. But the venue doesn't keep every dollar it receives. Behind every successful event is a network of employees and suppliers who all depend on the same wedding. Chefs arrive early to prepare the meals. Kitchen staff organize hundreds of ingredients. Servers set every table, while cleaners and technicians make sure everything is ready before the doors open. Food is often one of the most expensive parts of a wedding. Every plate represents the work of farmers, food distributors, beverage suppliers, bakers, kitchen teams, and service staff. If the venue doesn't provide food, another business takes its place. Catering companies specialize in serving large celebrations, bringing equipment, staff, and complete kitchens wherever the event is held. A catering company is much more than a group of cooks. It relies on drivers, refrigeration equipment, suppliers, rental companies, and carefully timed logistics to serve hundreds of guests at exactly the right moment. Long before the first meal is served, another industry has already transformed the venue. Empty halls become elegant celebrations through flowers, fabrics, furniture, and thousands of carefully chosen details. The florist may be one of the most recognizable names on a wedding budget. But behind every bouquet and floral arch stands an international supply chain that begins long before the wedding day. Fresh flowers often arrive only a day or two before the wedding. Their journey may have started thousands of miles away, passing through farms, exporters, refrigerated transport, wholesalers, and local flower markets before reaching the florist. The florist doesn't simply arrange bouquets. Every wedding requires planning, ordering, transportation, storage, installation, and often a team working for hours before the guests arrive. Many floral decorations exist for only a single day. Yet behind those few hours is an entire business supported by growers, designers, delivery services, and event crews. Flowers are only part of the decoration. Wedding designers also work with fabrics, candles, furniture, lighting, arches, signs, tableware, and hundreds of decorative details that most guests barely notice. Many of these decorations aren't purchased at all. They belong to rental companies that supply the same furniture, table settings, and decorative pieces to different weddings every weekend. the wedding industry depends heavily on rental businesses. Chairs, tables, lighting equipment, dance floors, tents, and even decorative backdrops often earn money again and again for years. Then comes one of the most recognizable symbols of any wedding, the dress. Months before the ceremony, bridal boutiques begin helping couples prepare for one of the most important purchases of the entire event. Behind every wedding dress stands a long chain of designers, textile manufacturers, lace producers, embroidery specialists, factories, shipping companies, and bridal stores before it reaches the customer. Many dresses also require custom alterations. Tailors may spend several appointments adjusting the fit, making sure every detail is ready before the wedding day. The groom's suit follows a similar path. Formal wear shops, tailoring services, shoe stores, accessory brands, and rental companies all become part of the wedding economy before the ceremony even begins. As the wedding day begins, months of preparation come together in just a few hours. While guests see a celebration, dozens of professionals are already at work long before the ceremony starts. One of the first to arrive is usually the photographer. Every important moment, from getting ready to the final dance, depends on someone being in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Wedding photography is far more than pressing a shutter. Planning, travel, equipment, editing, backups, and client meetings often require many more hours than the wedding itself. Many couples also hire a videographer. Unlike photographs, video captures voices, music, speeches, and movement, turning a single day into a lasting film that may be watched for decades. Creating that film doesn't end when the celebration is over. Editors may spend days selecting footage, adjusting colors, improving sound, and building a story from hours of recordings. As guests take their seats, another group prepares for the evening. Musicians tune their instruments, DJs test sound systems, and hosts review every part of the schedule to keep the celebration moving. Entertainment shapes the atmosphere of the entire event. Music, lighting, speeches, and timing all work together to create memories that guests will associate with the wedding for years. Then comes one of the most photographed moments of the evening, the wedding cake. What appears to be a simple tradition is the result of skilled bakers, decorators, suppliers, and careful transportation. Behind every slice are ingredients sourced from different suppliers, custom decorations prepared by hand, and hours of work completed long before the first guest tastes it. By the middle of the celebration, it's easy to notice that almost every part of the wedding is connected to another business. What looks like one event is actually the work of an entire economic network. For many guests, the wedding begins long before they reach the venue. Airlines, taxi services, rental car companies, and public transportation all become part of the wedding economy. Luxury cars often appear in wedding photos for only a few minutes. Behind those pictures are rental companies, mechanics, cleaners, chauffeurs, and maintenance teams keeping every vehicle ready for the next event. When guests travel from another city or country, hotels benefit as well. A single wedding can fill dozens of rooms, creating business not only for the hotel itself but also for its restaurants, housekeeping, and service staff. Before anyone arrives at the ceremony, another group has already spent hours preparing the bride and groom. Hairstylists, makeup artists, barbers, and beauty professionals are often among the first people involved on the wedding day. Wedding invitations may seem like a small detail, but they support graphic designers, printing companies, paper manufacturers, envelope suppliers, and delivery services long before the celebration begins. Many couples also prepare small gifts for their guests. Candles, chocolates, personalized souvenirs, and decorative packaging create business for manufacturers, local artisans, and online stores. As the celebration comes to an end, another team quietly begins its work. Tables are cleared, decorations are removed, equipment is packed, and the venue starts preparing for the next event. Cleaning companies, waste collection services, laundry providers, and equipment transport crews all earn money after the last guest has gone home. For most people, a wedding lasts only one day. For the businesses behind it, that single day represents weeks or even months of preparation, coordination, and specialized work. By now, it's clear that no single company earns all the money. Every payment is divided across a network of businesses, each contributing a different piece to the same celebration. So, who really makes the most money from a wedding? The answer depends on which part of the industry you're looking at. Every business follows a different model, and each one earns money in its own way. Jewelry companies often earn their largest profits before the wedding planning even begins. For many couples, the engagement ring is the first major purchase of the entire journey. Wedding venues usually receive one of the largest payments. But operating a venue also means paying staff, maintaining the property, managing utilities, insurance, and ongoing upkeep throughout the year. Photographers and videographers often work with fewer weddings than other businesses. Instead of serving hundreds of customers every week, they focus on delivering a highly personal service for each couple. Catering companies depend on volume. Every wedding requires food, drinks, staff, transportation, and careful planning, making each event a large operation involving many different people. Florists and decorators often have only a short time to transform an empty venue into a celebration. Their work may last for a single day, but preparation begins long before the first flower is placed. Hotels, transportation companies, beauty professionals, printers, rental businesses, and dozens of suppliers may never appear in the wedding album. Yet every one of them benefits from the celebration. A wedding isn't powered by one company. It's powered by an entire network of businesses, each providing a different service that helps create a single unforgettable day. For the couple, it's a celebration they'll remember for the rest of their lives. For the businesses behind it, it's another project completed through experience, coordination, and teamwork. Every invitation, every flower, every photograph, every meal, and every song is connected to someone whose work made the celebration possible, and whose business depends on moments like these. The wedding industry isn't built around a single product. It's built around hundreds of different services, each solving one small part of an event that lasts only a single day. Some businesses work for months before the ceremony. Others appear only for a few hours. Yet every one of them becomes part of the same economy. To the guests, a wedding feels effortless. Behind the scenes, every detail is scheduled, delivered, assembled, tested, served, recorded, and removed by professionals who may never meet the couple again. No business can create a wedding alone. Florists need suppliers. Caterers need ingredients. Photographers need venues. Venues need planners. Every company depends on another. That's what makes weddings different from many other industries. Success isn't created by one company, it comes from dozens of businesses working together at exactly the right moment. The next time you attend a wedding, look beyond the celebration. Every table, every light, every flower, every camera, and every meal represent someone's profession, experience, and livelihood. For one couple, it's one unforgettable day. For the people behind the scenes, it's another opportunity to build businesses that return every wedding season. So, who really makes money from weddings? Not one company. Not one profession. The answer is an entire network of businesses connected by a single celebration. Every payment made for a wedding continues its journey. It pays employees, suppliers, manufacturers, transport companies, service providers, and countless others long after the music has stopped. Weddings celebrate the beginning of a new family. Behind that celebration is an economy that supports thousands of businesses every single day. And that's where the money goes.